Hello and welcome to the second channel for Tales from the Trip. I'm your host, the Trip Keeper, and on today's video, we're going to be doing another autism test. Now, from people who actually have autism, they said this one is like the closest one you'll get without being actually professionally, examined. So I thought it'd be a good idea. The last one we did, it was I was like 70% autistic. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means. Am I autistic or am I not? But we're gonna find out here. I don't know how the grading works. I don't know how the scoring works. But it is the RAADS-R. What does it stand for? It stands for something like I don't know. Oh, here we go. The Ritvo Autism Asperger Diagnosis Scale revised. Okay, so it's revised. It is a self-report questionnaire designed to identify adult autistics who escape diagnosis due to subclinical level presentation. 80 statements, 10 to 30 minutes. Screening tool. All right, we got that person. We got that. All right, so the original had 78 questions. Oh boy. So this was made in 2011. The last was made in 2008. And of course, Ozzy's going to freak out right now. Dr. Engelbrecht rating, appropriate and respectful wording, clarity and lack of ambiguity, testing accuracy. So is this, all right. Ages 16 and up with ASD level 1 or subclinical autism, adults with IQ in the normal range, IQ above 80. All right, good thing my IQ is above 80. That'd be bad if it wasn't. I'd be like, oh no. All right, so yeah, there's all this stuff. You can pause it and see how it works. I'll leave this link in the description box below. And when I first saw this, I thought it said circumcised interest, and I thought that was funny. I wish it did, because that would be like, it's funny because to think that, being circumcised makes a difference to having autism. But yeah, no. So here's the average scores actually. So, okay, so is this for having autism or, okay, suspected autistic people, non-autistic people. All right. Oh, duh, right here. I didn't read the side over here. Yes. So autism threshold, autistic males. So autistic males have 148.6. Suspected autistic males, 141. Neurotypical males. So, I'm hoping, I'm not, it would be bad if I had to find out I had another problem in my life than I already do. I got the fucking OCD, I got the anxiety, depression, and ADHD. Add autism to that, like, bruh, I'm all over the place right now. So hopefully, I'm trying to stay away from these things. But not calling any autistic people. I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, I already got so much, dude. Another one would just be like, dude, why? Just give me everything at that point, But yeah, no, we got the circumcision interest. Yeah, so yeah, we got all this here. The validity. No neurotypical who took tests scored above the autism threshold. Only 3% of the autistic group did not score over 65. All right, so 3%. That's not too much, but it still happens. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So like I said, you guys can pause it if you want. Read through it, but I would just go on the website if I were you, because that's probably the best option. I would take it yourself, because maybe it's good to know. It's just, even if you don't have it, it's fun to take these kind of tests, so yeah. All right, just making sure I'm recording. Wanted to make sure of that. So let's take the test here. Oh, we had to scroll all the way down. Okay, well, all right. Please read each statement below and choose the answer that best fits your experiences during social interactions. I'm synthetic. I'm synthetic. Well, I guess we are, right? I'm a sympathetic person. True now. When I was young, I'd probably say true now. I wasn't as sympathetic before. When I was in high school, I felt like I was probably more of like an asshole kind of guy. But now I feel like I am. I don't know. Life has taught me a lot recently. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some. I got beers. Oh shit, beer. I often use words and phrases from movies and television in conversations. I mean, I'm always bringing up The Sopranos. So, yeah, I've pretty much always done that. I've always, from as far back as I can remember. See, that already was a fucking Goodfellas reference right there. So you could just tell, yeah, that was definitely number one for sure. I'm often surprised when others tell me I have been rude. True only now, because I if I am rude, I didn't know before, but now, I try not to be rude. I try my best. Like when I'm talking to people, I like try my best not to say the wrong thing. Like that is on my mom. Like just my mind is saying, please don't say the wrong thing. Please don't say the wrong thing. Please don't say the wrong thing. And I'm just like kind of saying that over what they're saying. So like my mind is thinking about that over what I should just like respond with, you know? So it's tough. Sometimes I talk too loudly or too softly and I'm not aware of it. This one time when I got high, or was I high? Maybe I was on Molly too. I forgot what happened, but I think it was just I was high. And I tried to get my friend's attention, so I screamed his name, even though he was like on the couch that was next to the other, like it was two parts of the couch, like a sectional, and he was sitting like across, like not too far away, and I was screaming, like, hey! I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry. And they're like, you don't have to apologize. And that kind of stuck with me. I started cringing about that. Like, why did they tell me I don't have to apologize? Like, are you guys doing this to me? Like, is there something wrong with me? So let's see here. I'm just trying to, did I do it too often though? Maybe when I was younger than 16. Oh God, I'm already scoring pretty high for these. So, can I get a never true? I think I'm gonna go with C on that one. I often don't know how to act in social situations. Yeah, no, that was before, and I don't think I had a problem when I was younger. Well, no, that's the thing. I think I didn't pay attention, so like that's why. But yeah, now I try. I'm like, I guess my humor can maybe rub off the wrong way to some people because it's just too sarcastic and some people don't understand it. But that's the way life goes, I guess. I can't put myself in other people's shoes. I can. Whoops, I almost worried that the wrong thing. I could put myself in other people's shoes. Say true only now. Or I'm trying to think. Was it when I was younger? I mean, I was always like a nice person. When I was in high school, I just did some stupid shit. So I have to put that. I have a hard time figuring out what some phrases mean, like you are the apple of my eye. I don't have trouble with that, but there's a couple phrases when people say it, I'm just like, huh? So, trying to think, because I don't know. It's like it doesn't happen very often, so I don't know, bro. Like, is that? I know it's tough to say this one because it's just like if there's a couple that I don't remember, but like most of them I do. So I'm just gonna say never true because yeah. I only like to talk to people who share my special interests. Never true. I talk to everybody. I wish I could. Or I only like to talk. Well, that's tough to say because I like talking to those people. I don't really like talking to people who don't share my special interests, but I still talk to them. So, God, that's tough to say. I gotta say true only now, I guess. I don't know. I focus on details rather than the overall idea. Never true. I don't think that. Yeah, no. I always notice how food feels in my mouth is more important to me than how it tastes. Never true. I mean, it's like a specific food maybe, but not most. I'm usually like, with food, I just eat it for the taste. I miss my best friends or family when we are apart for a long time. Yeah, I miss them. Seeing my family at the funeral yesterday, that was a good time. So, yeah, they got to help out and, it was good. Sometimes I offend others by saying what I'm thinking, even if I don't mean to. Probably true when I was only young. Like I said, that was when I was in high school. I just said whatever the fuck. That's how my family is, though. They say whatever the hell is on their mind. I think that's where I got it from. I only like to think and talk about a few things that interest me. Never true. What did I answer for this? Yeah, no, I'm just kind of a little confused here. No, because I could talk about anything, really. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say, so I'm gonna have to say never true. But it's like, it just happens sometimes, like not a lot, but I'd rather go out to eat in a restaurant by myself rather than someone else I know. Never true. I mean, but it was funny that this question came up. The other day, I actually went out to eat for the first time by myself. That was a really interesting experience. I went to Longhorn. I got a 22-ounce steak. I got the loaded baked potato. and the salad with that bread, it was only $36. Like, you couldn't beat that. That steak was pretty good too. I always like Longhorn more than Outback. Like, if you're gonna pick one or the other, I think Longhorn has the better steak. Texas Roadhouse, never had their steak, but I hear it's overrated. But you got those rolls, so like, that kind of cancels it out. That's like why you go. But Longhorn's bread, I like their bread. I like everything about Longhorn compared to other steak restaurants. So I had a good time by myself. I wasn't like, but I wish my friend was with me. So yeah. I cannot imagine what it would be like to be someone else. Never true. I always imagine. I've been told that I'm clumsy or uncoordinated. Um, I tell myself I'm kind of, I mean, I don't know, because I kind of drop things sometimes, and I don't know. I wouldn't say that like, probably this, because I know my mom used to tell me I would walk into her. Like, I would walk when we were at Cedar Point or something. She would walk, and then I would just end up walking like diagonal into her sometimes. That kind of happened. So I guess when I was younger, others consider me odd or different. Yeah. I don't know when I was young, actually. But yeah, no, I think, yeah, when I've always, ever since I've been conscious, I can remember people saying I'm weird. But that's okay. Everyone's a little weird. I understand when friends need to be comforted. True only now. I don't think I was that good of a friend before. So yeah, I'm just trying to like make my life a little bit better with sympathy and empathy. So, just wanna be a better person. Especially doing these drug reports and stuff and learning about addictions and stuff, like, you got to be more empathetic to people. I'm very sensitive to the ways clothes feel when I touch them, how they feel more important than how they look. Yeah, I've always felt weird with clothes. I like to copy the way certain people speak and act. It helps me act more normal. That happened kind of when I was younger, yeah. It can be very intimidating for me to talk to more than one person at the same time. Yes, I hate that. Please stop. Please stop this. I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. Um, it's for some of it, like, I end up showing my true self after a while, but at first, yeah, I'd probably have to say that. Meeting new people is usually easier for me. Never true. No, I'm true when I was younger than 16, I'd say. I get highly confused when someone interrupts me when I'm talking about something I'm very interested in. Yeah, that fucking pisses me off, dude. Oh my god. When I'm talking about something, they just bring up something else. Like, dude, I am literally almost done here. Can you just at least wait? It is difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling when we are talking. True, probably when I was younger. I wouldn't know before that. I like having conversation with several people, for instance, around a dinner table at school or work. No. Maybe when I was younger. Like, when I was younger, I was more open with things, but I don't know. Maybe, yeah, when I was younger than 16, I'd say. I take things too literally, so I often miss what people are trying to say. Um, True, I'd say probably, yeah, like, this is probably going to be most of the answers. It is difficult for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous. Never true. I can see it on their face. And I know because I've been in those situations. Some ordinary textures that do not bother others feel very offensive when they touch my skin. You know, catching fish, that kind of bothered me. I don't know how people catch fish all the time, put their thumbs in their mouths. Like, I can't do that. But it's but I'm not like, that's like the only thing though. So like, I'll just put this just to get a point or something. I get extremely upset when the way I like to do things is suddenly changed. Yeah, I got my own thing, bro. I do it the right way too. Like, people need to listen to me most of the time. I'm not saying I'm always right, but when I'm like, when I know my shit, you just gotta listen to me. I've never wanted or needed to have what other people call an intimate relationship. Definitely not when I was younger. That's when I wanted it most. But now, like, I don't know. It's not really that important to me. So, yeah, I just like living alone, and I go out with people sometimes. But I don't know. They have to be a really good person for me to like want to actually be with them for a while. Because I know it'd be a big life change for me at this point in my life. It's difficult for me to start and stop a conversation. I need to keep going until I am finished. Yeah, I'd probably say so. I speak with a normal rhythm. Sometimes I do, but I don't know. Probably not. No, I don't think so. No. The same sound, color, texture can subtly change from very sensitive to very dull. I don't think so. The phrase "I've got you under my skin" makes me feel uncomfortable. Makes I've got you under my skin. It kind of just reminds me of Benadryl, just thinking about that, because there's insects crawling in them. But it doesn't make me uncomfortable. I don't know how I felt when I was younger, so I gotta say never true. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful to my ear. Yeah, it's definitely true now. I don't know how it was when I was younger, but it seems like I'm being more bothered by louder noises. I'm an understanding type of person. True only now. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't want to like discount my younger self, because it was just that part in high school that I was just like, that was probably my worst era. And it was funny because that was when I was most popular. People loved me, but like, when I'm a nice person. And before that, when I was a kid, like, I think we're all nice as kids, so you can't really say that. But like, yeah, I'm gonna just have to say true only now. I do not connect with characters in movies and cannot feel what they feel. Oh my god, that's never true. I was just talking on Reddit about Caden Cotard from Synecdoche, New York. That movie, that's the number one character I connect with most. Like, I've never connected with a character so well than that one. Like that. If you guys want to get a character study on what the Trip Keeper is like, watch that movie and you'll see it. Like, that is me. That is fucking me. Can I tell when someone's flirting with me? Yeah, I can never tell. I think that's just a man thing, though, at this point. Like, I don't know, unless people are used to it. But, when a woman talks to me, it's either you automatically think they're flirting, or you don't, or they don't, like they're not. So there's no in-betweens for me. I could see in my mind in exact detail things that I am interested in. Yeah, I think so. I've always been pretty creative person. I keep lists of things that interest me even when they have no practical use. For example, sports statistics, train schedules, calendar dates, historical facts, and dates. No, I wouldn't say I keep it with me. Yeah, no, I don't know. When I feel overwhelmed by my senses, I have to isolate myself to shut them down. Definitely true only now. I don't know how I was before, but I like to talk things over with my friends. I gotta make sure, I cannot tell if someone is interested or bored with what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how anyone could really feel. Well, it's tough to say. I know I can give off a vibe when I'm not interested. I can usually tell. Probably when I was younger than 16. It can be very hard to read someone's face, hand, and body movements when they are talking. I don't know. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't think so. Like, I can usually read. Yeah, I'm good at reading people. I don't know. I know that's like a number one thing with autism. They're not very, like, they take things very literally, and everything is just like so upfront with them. They got like they're hyper focusing on stuff, and yeah. The same thing, like clothes or temperatures can feel very different to me at different times. Yeah, dude. Like the temperature in my house, like I'm like warm, but I know it's cold. And then other times, like it'll be the same temperature. I'll be fucking freezing. But it's the same temperature. I feel very comfortable with dating or being in a social situation with others. True only when I was younger than 16, I guess. Yeah, I felt more comfortable back then. It should be like younger than, I don't know. There should be more options. This is the problem I have with these tests, is there needs to be more specific options with it. I try to be as helpful as I can when other people tell me their personal problems. Yeah, I'd say true only now. When I was young, I'm trying to it's hard for me to look back on that, but like I said, I don't remember me being a very empathetic or sympathetic person when I was in high school. I was, but it wasn't like I really could not care, I've been told that I have unusual voice, for example, flat, monotone, childish, or high pitched. I had a monotone voice. I was recording for that. That was when I was younger, I think. But now it's like I feel more expressive now, and my voice for the channel is just a very specific thing. It's not unusual, though, Sometimes a thought or subject gets stuck in my mind, and I have to talk about it even if no one is interested. Yeah, that happens a lot. I do certain things with my hands over and over again, like flapping, twirling sticks or strings, waving things by my eyes. With my hands, like I don't think that happened, no. I have never been interested in what most of the people I know consider interesting. No, I'm people. Well, there's people, of course, that I'm not interested in what they say, but like my friends and stuff, like, yeah, I'm interested. So I'm considered a compassionate type of person, true only now, I'd probably say. I get along with other people by following a set of specific rules that help me look normal. Um, yeah, like I gotta change my way of like being like if I'm with a certain group of people, I gotta change. But that's like I see that shit on Instagram and stuff. Like people share the same sentiment. Like they believe like when you use friend group A's humor with friend group B, and it's like is that like what they're referring to? Because that's how I am, and I think a lot of people are like that. Um, True only now, I think. It is very difficult for me to work and function in groups. Yeah, I've always had trouble. Like, I like being either by myself or like with one other person. When I am talking to someone, it's hard to change the subject. If the other person does so, I can get very upset and confused. Yeah, I get kind of upset. I mean, I don't know. It's hard not to get upset about that because like you're talking and then they just bring up something completely different. Like, what the hell? Sometimes I have to cover my ears to block out painful noises like vacuum cleaners or people talking too much, too loudly. Yeah, that's true now. It's just like there's some noises like, oh my God, at the post office when there's like this metal thing that they use that has packages in it. When they close the door or like when they open it, it hits it really hard. Oh my God, it's so loud. It scares the shit out of me. I can chat and make small talk with people. Um, Probably back then. I mean, I don't know. No, I could do that. Yeah. Small talk, yeah, but not big talk, you know. Sometimes things that should feel painful are not. For instance, when I hurt myself or burn my hand on the stove, no, I feel the pain. When talking to someone, I have a hard time telling when it is my turn to talk or listen. Yeah, probably. I've always had trouble with that. I'm considered a loner by those who know me best. I don't know. I've never. Maybe I do. Yeah, I guess so. But I don't. No one says anything though. So, but I feel like I am. Like I go outside. I mean, I was just out with my friend today, but like most of the time, I like to stay at home and do this YouTube thing and yeah, because it's just like getting all this positive support. It's nice to have people that like care about you so much. Like, yeah, I got people that care about me, but it's not a lot, and it's nice to see these people. Even though when you get bad comments and stuff, it evens out at the end of the day with good people. I usually speak in normal tone. Probably true only now. I like things to be exactly the same day after day, and even the small changes in my routines upset me. Yeah, I've always been that way. How to make friends and socialize is a mystery to me. Yeah, I'd probably say so. It's like, I don't know. It's true. Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's true only now, I'd say. It calms me to spin around or to rock a chair when I'm feeling stressed. I don't know about spinning around, rocking in a chair though. Like I can't. No, that's not true. Because I'll like I fidget, but I don't like do that. The phrase "he wears his heart on his sleeve" does not make sense to me. He wears his heart on his sleeve. It kind of like when I was younger, I literally did not know any of these meanings. But I think learning more and more as you get older, like you kind of learn these things. True only now, because I definitely would not have known that when I was younger. I am in a place where there are many smells, textures to feel, noises or bright lights. I feel anxious or frightened. Yeah, I'd probably say true only now. I could tell when someone says one thing but means something else. Yeah, I could tell that. Like before, I was just oblivious and not that like sympathetic of a person. Yeah, I didn't like that. I cringe a lot when I was in high school. Like just some of the things they said, I'm like, why did I say that shit? And I still think about it. Not like the people to remember anything, but I like to be by myself as much as I can. Yeah, even when I was younger, like that. I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they're on filing cards, and I pick the ones I need by looking through the stack and find the right one or another unique way. I don't know if that. I don't do that. The same sound sometimes seems very loud or very soft, even though I know it has not changed. I don't know about that. I enjoy spending time eating and talking with my family and friends. Yeah, I've always enjoyed that. I can't tolerate things I dislike, like smells, textures, sounds, or colors. No, I can tolerate it. It really like, well, I don't know. It really depends on what it is, because like when I was out to the funeral dinner yesterday, like my mom and grandma are very like they can't eat. They brought my aunt's boyfriend brought in flowers into the restaurant that were sitting next to my grandpa in the coffin, and my mom and grandma, they get like they can't eat when something was by a dead body, and he brought him in there. We were like it just wouldn't take much to leave him outside or leave him in the car, even though maybe they would have died, but it's just they were really bothered by it, and he's like, no, no one cares. Like, but I was just thinking, like, I mean, you can at least take it out. I didn't care, and then what else happened? My grandma took out her teeth, which was kind of gross for my mom. I didn't care about that either. And then medical equipment, like this person was in a wheelchair. It's not the person in the wheelchair, but it was the actual wheelchair that made my mom sick, and that's what my grandma does, so it like passed on to her, so they get very like she cannot tolerate it. We had to, but like literally if it was her choice she probably would have left, but for me, I could, now talking like that, I could probably tolerate things. So yeah, I don't like to be hugged or held. It depends who it is, but yeah, no, I don't know. It's really tough to say. Like I like being hugged, but I don't like it when someone does it unexpectedly. But I do like I don't know really, like when I was comforting my grandma yesterday, like I don't know. It was hard for me to do that. So yeah. When I like well I like rubbed her shoulder, gave her a hug, but like I felt like everyone was watching me. I don't like when people watch me do things. Like when I get a hug and there's people there, like people just give me a hug out of nowhere. It's like and people are looking like I'm just thinking about what I would be thinking if I saw someone getting a hug. Like, oh my God, look at him. You know, I don't know, that's probably just me. But when I go somewhere, I have to follow a familiar route, or I can get very confused and upset. I've always been pretty good with direction. It is difficult to figure out what other people expect of me. Um, Maybe when I was younger, yeah, I don't know. I like to have close friends. Yes, close friends are best. Like I can live with friends, but like I really like having close friends. It means a lot more to me. People tell me that I give too much detail. I never been told that, but I feel like I have. So I'll probably have to do truly now. No, I don't. I don't think I do. No, I'm often told that I ask embarrassing questions. Maybe when I was younger, yeah. I tend to point out other people's mistakes. Mm, I don't know. That's a tough one too. Like these are some good questions. I really appreciate these questions, but yeah. Damn. So you have to get a 25 to get autistic, dude. I'm kind of scared to see what I got. Like it might be high with what I was rating for. I forgot how the rating, like you get points like is A3. Like I think that was what it is, or was it never true? Or did it go like it depended on the question? I guess we'll find out, right? Tend to point out other people's mistakes. I think I point it out. Yeah, when I see something like if they make a mistake, why would you not tell them to fix it? You would want to know. You can't just be like have it because they're gonna keep doing it. You got that's why someone's got to step up and have some balls and be like, listen, you did this wrong and you need to fix it. I don't go like that, but yeah. So the maximum possible. God, what if I got that? Very strong evidence. Okay, so 130. So if I get 130, that means there's definitely a possibility. But if I get like lower than that, then I might just have. I feel like that's just me being a weirdo if I got lower than 130. But if I get 160, yeah, anything above 130 or above, I think we'd have to actually maybe think about getting tested. Oh, look at that. I got 104. Guess what, guys? So I have, yeah, I really think that's what I am. Like, I didn't really think I felt autistic because when I talk to autistic people, they're just way different than I am. I sympathize like with people who do have it. Like, okay, no, that's not the right word to say. I feel how they're feeling. Like, I know, but I don't, what people describe autism as, like the people that do have it, that doesn't go with me. Like I've just always been, see, this is why you need to get, you can't listen to what people say, because I was told that I had Asperger's, and when someone first met me, this person who was a fucking asshole said they thought I had autism. And they said that to me, and I thought it was funny at the time. That was back when I was in high school. I didn't think it was like a they were trying to be mean to me. But back then, when autism was looked at as like worse, like now it's like much more open, and it's great that we have that. But back then, back when I was in high school, like if someone said you had autism, like that was not a nice thing to say. It was like a kind of a discriminatory term basically back in the day. But now it's like, it's more open, and that's why it's great. Like it's definitely not, but that's how it was back when I was in school. I was just saying that's just my experience with it. But it's in the pop culture now though, which is weird to say, but that's just how it is. But yeah, no, I guess I'm just a weirdo. I think that's just how I am. I think we all have a little bit. People who aren't autistic, unless you're like in a rich family and you grew up in the proper way, you're probably going to be a normal as fuck person. But that's what makes you boring. So I got 104. So what does that mean again? So I got stronger indications of autism, although non-autists may score as high. So I mean, maybe I still might have it. I don't know. So social relatedness, that's the one I was like worried about. I kind of knew that one would probably be the highest, but yeah, no. So it's tough to say. I mean, like I said, this is not the professional test, but this is like the closest one you'll get without getting professional tests. So yeah, that was pretty fun. Actually, ended up being a long video. So yeah, let's end it there. I think that was a good time. I'll probably, since I did two, now that there's two videos in between the trip reports to fall asleep to, I'll probably do that next. Probably the obscure one. I've been wanting to do the obscure one recently, so yeah, we'll do that. But if there's any other tests you guys want me to take, I'll do it. I like doing these. I like talking about how I feel about things, and it's more fun to get personally connected with you guys, and you guys seem to enjoy that too. Also, type down below if you want me to do another erotica. Maybe a lesbian one, maybe a straight one, or maybe a gay one. Dude, I don't know. I could do whatever. But yeah, that'd be funny. The lesbian erotica video actually did pretty well on this channel for this channel. Like compared to my main, no. But on the second channel views, like yes, it actually did very good. Little bit above average. So yeah, just let me know if you guys want me to do anything like that, or just suggest anything. I'm always looking forward to doing something new on here. Like yes, we got the settled trip reports to fall asleep to now. Maybe I'll do a worst combos video eventually. I haven't done that since like 2023. So yeah, I used to do those all the time. But I like doing, if I'm not doing the trip reports to fall asleep to, I just rather do something that's like, entertaining to me, or, something that I can, provide my opinion on. I also want to talk about horror movies. I just saw Lake Mungo the other day, and boy, did I fucking hate it when I first turned it off. But once I started watching analyses on it, reviews, dude, I started thinking about what I missed. I'm like, damn, I didn't think about that. So like, when you watch movies and you don't like it, unless it's actually like supposed to be a really bad movie, then, yeah, that's probably right. But like, there's a lot of things that I missed in it. And same with The Sopranos. When I watched it, like I got a lot of it in the first time, but you got to watch it multiple times to really get what David Chase was going for in that movie. But yeah, Lake Mungo for $1 million. Pretty well made movie. Like I thought it was really, really good, and I recommend you guys watching it. And I thank my Australian friend for recommending it to me. I saw it like on there. I didn't know what it was about, but they said it was really good because they're from Australia, and it's probably cool to have a horror movie that good that's from your country. So yeah, no, I totally recommend that. I'll probably give it a higher grade on Letterboxd because I give it a 4 for now, but I might give it a 4.5. It was really good. Chris Stuckman, he reviewed it too. It was only like a 5-minute video, but he said it was really good. He gave it an A, so that'll tell you something. And Ryan Hollinger, he did a video on it. That's where most people learned about it, like his video. I love Ryan Hollinger. He makes great videos. I've been watching him for a while now. And Dead Meat did something about it too, so I'm gonna have to watch that maybe tonight. I want to see what they say because I can't get enough of this Lake Mungo content. There's not enough online to like enjoy it, experience it fully. So after that, I'll probably have to watch it again because it's only an hour and 27 minutes, so it's not a long movie at all. So it's yeah, so it's, and really the end credits take up a little bit of time too, so it's really not an hour 27. And I also saw Godzilla -1 the other day, and I didn't think it was as good as people said. Like, it's a good movie. The Godzilla scenes were fucking awesome, by the way, because he was like a brutal killer this time. He was a monster. Not like the one in the new ones. He's like made out to be the good guy who helps out the town. Like, that's what I don't like. I like the 2014 Godzilla a lot but that's how they made him out to be. But I really like the atmosphere of that movie. I'd still say that one is a little bit better. But the Godzilla scenes in this one were really good. He was really evil, and I liked that. And yeah, he just didn't give a fuck. Like, he was trying to kill people. And it's just making him scary like that. That makes the movie better. But like the storyline, I wasn't like, I don't know. I watched it in Japanese with the English subtitles. Maybe it would have been different. I watched English dubbing, but like I didn't want to have that bother me the whole time. So yeah, no, I wanted to get the full experience with Japanese. But yeah, it was good. It just wasn't as good as people were saying it was, because it got like a 98% in Rotten Tomatoes. I know you can't really listen to Rotten Tomatoes nowadays, but like, I don't know. I feel like some of it is true. Like, you can't knock it, but like, when, you know, it's only about when the movies are good and they give it a bad score. That's the part. But hey, that's why I usually go by IMDb. That's usually a good score for it. But yeah, because the audience score is almost more important. But there's a lot of dumb people, but there's also a lot of smart people, so I think it evens out. But yeah, no, I saw that, and I need to see another horror movie soon. Maybe tonight again. I don't know what I can watch, but I'm gonna find something. And yeah. If you made it this far, I'm glad you made it this far, and I hope I recommend you some movies there. Well, I just recommend Lake Mungo. I didn't recommend Godzilla -1. I mean, if you want to see it, that's fine. I'm not going to stop you, but I really don't feel like you're missing that much. But it, you know, or just watch the Godzilla scenes, honestly. That's all. Just skip through them. Watch the Godzilla scenes, because there's actually the one scene in the ocean, the first time in the ocean when they see him. Not the first Godzilla scene, but the first time in the ocean, he was like, man, that was probably his best scene. And then there's a scene in the city, and then in the ocean again, the last part. So, yeah, not spoiling it or anything, but that's I would just skip through for the Godzilla, because that's really the only reason I wanted to watch in the first place. But the storyline, I just thought it was really not that good, but the Godzilla scenes made up for it. But yeah, no, I do recommend Lake Mungo, and I also was watching The Thing on Poughkeepsie tapes. I saw that like last year, 2 years ago now, and that movie was actually pretty fucked up. I like that movie. But I think I like Lake Mungo better. It was a better story, and it was just like, Poughkeepsie tapes was just more like brutal, and it was just like, I think there was a more shock factor to it. But Lake Mungo was like a slow burn. That's what I liked about it. I didn't like that at first, though. I was like, dude, I was really kind of bored during that movie. But after thinking about it and like just seeing what people were saying and just the analysis of it, it really made me change my mind on it, and I can't wait to watch it again. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and you know, we'll see you next time, if that's okay with you guys.